the pressure to be perfect, especially for teenagers.
Here with advice is Dr. Ellen Broughton, Director of the Learning and Emotional Assessment Program at Mass General for Children. Doctor, thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, well, parents like to say we just want our kids to be happy and healthy, of course. But in your experience, do many parents want a lot more than that? And maybe do they put some pressure on their kids?
They definitely do. And some of that is driven by parental anxiety. We want our kids to be financially successful eventually, which means they need to be in the right sort of college, which means they need to be in the right kind of classes, AP classes. They need to be captain of the soccer team and do all these sorts of extracurricular activities. And there's also a lot of pressure on kids just to be happy. That's a lot of pressure too. It's hard to expect your child to be happy all the time.
And it doesn't help if you say get off the payroll. I understand. Okay.
Yes.
There may be a lot of pressure from parents. How does it compare to the pressure that the kids put on themselves?
It really depends on the child. So some kids don't have enough pressure and other kids have too much pressure. So I see in my practice children who have too much anxiety because they put so much pressure on themselves to be as best as they can be, to take all of the most difficult classes in high school. And then there are other kids who say, I can't do this and it's all too much for me, and they're sort of unmotivated. So I kind of see both kinds of kids these days, and both come with their own set of problems. Too much anxiety and too little motivation, which can kind of lead to depression and not wanting to engage socially and academically.
Well, let's talk about some solutions here. This is a difficult time in your life, right? What do parents need to know? What can help them solve the problem?
So one of the things parents really need to do is help their kids find what gives them pleasure. So the sorts of things we just talked about aren't really pleasure driven, they're achievement driven. So we need to spend time talking with our kids a lot from a very early age, but particularly as they grow into adolescence. What is it that you love doing? And observing your child in what they love doing and giving them the time and space to do that. We also want to model very good stress management for ourselves. So if they see us being overworked, overstriving, they are going to model that, or like I said, in some cases say, I don't want anything to do with this. The other number one thing, if I could they say there's one thing to help our mental health crisis these days, is for kids to get more sleep. And so many of the things that we talked about really lead to not enough sleep. And sleep is essential for our mental health. And then we need to be better listeners of our kids. We need to listen carefully, first of all, again, to what it is that they're liking and not liking. But then also, we need to listen to whether or not they're being overstressed, whether there's too much going on, whether the things to really look for are they showing increased signs of depression, disengaging from their friends, disengaging from school. And in that case, we need to sort of think about extra help for them, extra support.
Oh, thank you, Dr. Ellen Broughton, Director of the Learning and Emotional Assessment Program, the LEAP program at Mass General for Children. Thank you so much for helping all parents and their kids.